If Monday Night Raw can do what they did tonight, every single week, I would have a little less gray in my beard, bro. Monday Night Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania, and it was fucking awesome. Let's talk about it. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Back in New York. Back home after a very, very fun and monumental 5 days in Orlando, Florida for WrestleMania weekend, man. WrestleCon, WrestleMania Access. I met Adam Cole. I met fucking Jim Ross. Ryback cursed Joe out. We seen a bunch of you crazy motherfuckers who knew Joe and I all weekend long. Adam from What Culture. Grim put me fucking out at the internet. Darlings threw me through a fucking first row and then jumped off a ladder and dropped a Macho Man elbow drop right on top of me, which there is footage of somewhere, apparently. But it was a crazy, crazy weekend, which culminated with WrestleMania 33, and we begin the party all over, man, with Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, and it was fucking awesome. We're going to talk about everything tonight, and we're going to go over everything that happened on tonight's show in just a little bit, man. I want to thank, first and foremost, everybody that has supported the channel all week, man. I've been working my fucking ass off. You guys don't know how exhausted I am. All I want is a good night's sleep, man. I want to, recuperate my voice. I want to give my voice a rest. I just want to lay down and fucking sleep with no alarms going off, nobody bothering me, nobody texting me. I want to sleep in the comfort of my own home, and I want to get some rest and then go right back at it tomorrow with the SmackDown after WrestleMania. I don't know if they're going to be able to put on a show like Monday Night Raw did tonight, but they're going to try, and we'll be all over that tomorrow night from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, man. It's WWE's last night in Orlando, Florida. But thank you to everybody that made this weekend so great, man. There's vlogs up on the channel if you guys want to go check that from Access and from WrestleCon 2017. I do have footage of the Internet Darlings. I do have footage from NXT TakeOver. The NXT TakeOver review is live on the channel if you guys missed that and want to hear my thoughts on that. A quick overview of WrestleMania 33 is live on the channel right now, which got over 2,500 thumbs up. So if you guys missed that, still beast. Thank you guys so much. A full 48 after review of WrestleMania 33 is coming tomorrow at 11 a.m. Do not miss it. I'm going to stir the pot. I'm going to fucking rile up some controversy. I'm going to make somebody salty. So make sure you guys tune into that. 11 a.m. tomorrow. You don't want to miss this one. Believe me, I go over everything I did not cover on Sunday night's video after WrestleMania. But thank you to everybody, man. It was unbelievable. Can't wait to do it again next year. I will definitely be in New Orleans for WrestleMania. All thanks to you guys. Let's get that fucking goal going. Let's work our way there, and let's show everybody why this show, this channel, this fucking podcast is the number one fucking thing right now in wrestling here on YouTube.com, man. So thank you to everybody, and thank you to all the new subscribers, man. Gracious that you guys believed in me enough to hit that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Thank you guys so much. Quick shout out to Audible as well. They're sponsoring the show tonight. audibletrial.com/offthescript. AJ Lee's new book is coming out tomorrow. If you guys want something that's going to be absolutely controversial for the wrestling industry, man, AJ Lee's new book is going to be that. That is audibletrial.com/offthescript. 30 days free to try their service. Over 180,000 books to choose from, and you guys get one free audiobook of your choice just for signing up. If you guys end up canceling within the 30 days, you get to keep that audiobook for free no matter what. There's a bunch of other shit on there. After what Ryback did to Joe, and you guys see it on my channel, you guys can fucking cash on the new Ryback book, man. The new motivational book by Ryback Reeves is available right now on Audible. Whatever you guys want, it's on there. That's audibletrial.com/offthescript. Let's start April the same way we did February and March, man. Thank you guys for showing love to Audible. Monday Night Raw. I don't want to burst anybody's fucking bubble here, but you guys know I have to. I just have to. I have to. I would not be doing my job if I was not here to be the voice of the voiceless. I would not be doing my job if I wasn't giving you guys the cold hard facts, the cold hard truth. Okay? We all loved Raw tonight. Raw was fucking fantastic. I loved every fucking minute of it. I didn't yawn once. I didn't fucking go to the bathroom. I didn't go nowhere. My eyes were on the television all night. But it is Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Okay? WWE is allowed one of these a year. They come out and magically they put on a fucking unbelievable show that I know that they're capable of doing, but they just refuse to do so. This is Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. We're still in WrestleMania season here, man. We still got WrestleMania fucking flowing through our veins. You know when it gets next week and the week after that and the week after that, you're going to be getting the Monday Night Raws that you, me, and everybody else are accustomed to. Trash. So, I don't want to burst your fucking bubbles. I don't want to stop anybody's momentum. I don't want to fucking put a damper on anybody's good mood. But you know just as well as I do. I hope so. I hope there's not a fucking goon out there who thinks Monday Night Raw is going to continue this trend of good Raws. But you guys know in the weeks to follow, they're just going to get worse, and it's going to go right back to the bullshit that we usually see every single week. Tonight, WWE really had everything going for them. They were firing on all cylinders. They didn't make really any mistakes, if you ask me, man. There's a few things that didn't really make sense, but I'm not going to harp too much on it, man. It was an unbelievable night, and I am actually jealous of everybody that was there in that arena. Next year, I am making a concentrated effort to stay most of the week and leave after SmackDown next year, man. I want to be in that arena for Raw after WrestleMania. That looked like an unbelievable good fucking time, and I said it to everybody that I met. I actually rather go to the Raw after Mania than WrestleMania itself, and this crowd proved that it's a can't-miss show. Orlando, I fucking love you. I really do. I fucking love you guys. That was one of the best fucking crowds for a Monday Night Raw that I have literally ever seen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If anybody deserves a fucking drink, it's all 15,000 of you fucking savages out there, man. Jesus fucking Christ. You could not get any better than that fucking crowd. Unbelievable. They started the show off with a thank you Undertaker chant, or thank you Taker. It went on a little bit too long, but this is the Undertaker we're talking about. You could fucking go on for as long as you want. The guy deserves all the respect and love that everybody wants to shower at him. You could put that on for 3 fucking hours. The guy deserves every fucking ounce of it, man. That's how much he's done for us. Thank you Taker chants until WWE hits that music that everybody fucking despises. Roman Reigns' theme hits the fucking PA system. Out comes Mr. Big Dog. And he is fucking slaughtered tonight, man. WWE, they knew what was going to happen, but they sent him out to the fucking slaughterhouse to just get shit on for about 15 fucking minutes, man. And I tell you what, I gotta give props to Roman Reigns. I do. This was the single greatest opening to any Monday Night Raw I have ever fucking seen, bro. I swear on everything. You know, there might be, you know, the older Raws that you guys are fucking in love with. To me, this was the quintessential perfect opening to a Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns comes out there, standing in the ring in front of 15,000 fucking people, and this crowd was chanting, "Fuck you, Roman." They were chanting, "You suck." They were chanting, "Roman sucks," in 2 different ways. Roman sucks, and then Roman sucks. They split it up. They were all, Orlando was on top of everything, bro. They were chanting asshole. They were chanting delete. They were chanting obsolete. They were chanting shut the fuck up. And I lost it, dude. I couldn't stop laughing at the shut the fuck up chant, man. That is an ECW arena type chant that we heard in Orlando aimed at Roman Reigns. Every time this man wanted to utter something, there was a new chant starting. He'd pick the microphone up And as soon as he puts it to his fucking mouth, the crowd would just rain boos on top of him. And he would stand there embracing it. He took it like a fucking champ. And he cut the greatest promo of his fucking career tonight in Orlando on Raw after Mania, man. All he said, simply said after the most vulgar fucking chants that you will ever hear chanted at any wrestler on any fucking show, on any promotion. All he did was pick up the microphone and he says, "This is my yard now," and dropped the microphone and walked out of the fucking ring, dude. That was fucking brilliant. Brilliant. I couldn't believe what I seen, man. That was, without question, the greatest opening segment to a Monday Night Raw ever. Because I loved Orlando, and they let Roman and WWE know that this guy is not one. They even chanted a "go away" chant. Go away. Go away. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. I'm going to actually, after I finish this review and finish uploading it, I'm going to rewatch it again. That's how fucking good it was. Do not watch it on WWE's YouTube page because they cut out all the good shit. I DVR'd it like I do every week just in case I miss something and I want to go back and kind of use it for research purposes. Or, I'll just put on something to fall asleep to on a normal shitty week, on a normal week of Monday Night Raw. But that was an unbelievable opening segment. And we went right into a rematch for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Hardys versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, man. And I knew the Hardys were going to invigorate the tag team division. And I pray to somebody who's listening to me that the WWE keeps this momentum with the tag teams, man. Tonight was a great showcase for Raw and their newly revitalized tag team division. With the Hardys back, I mean, they are the veterans. They are great at what they do, even at their age. People fucking love them. They're just as popular now as they were then. And Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, man, if WWE stays on track with these guys, they could be a threat. And I want to see them built up as a solid tag team. The Hardys, I'm going to say it here to you guys, which I said it several times in my WrestleMania overview on Sunday, and I'm going to say it in my WrestleMania review, full-blown review, tomorrow at 11 a.m. There is a small part, I love seeing Matt and Jeff back. There's a small part of me, man, that is just very disappointed that they're not broken. And you got to make them broken, dude. I mean, it just sucks to see. It really does. I'm watching there in the commercials that, Matt comes out at WrestleCon, and he's fucking getting everybody to do delete. And I got Matt to do an off-the-script intro, which you guys will see on Friday. It's disappointing, man, because it's so fucking great. And you see Matt, he still does the delete, and he does the whole fucking hand gesture thing, and he wants to speak, and he wants to use the accent, but it's like he dips in and out of it. Like, he'll talk normally the way he usually does, and then he'll go into the character and into the accent, and then come back out of it again. Just let the guy run with it, please. I don't know what this means. I don't know what they're doing with the Hardys. I don't know if they're just keeping them this way now and then eventually are going to turn them broken. I don't know. But what they did at WrestleMania and what they did on Raw, I am so happy to see tag team wrestling get showcased again in a great way on Monday Night Raw. And like I said, this is only one night. WWE can come out the rest of the month and fucking give us bullshit that we're just going to cut down and dissect and shit all over. But tonight, the Hardys and the Club, they gave us a damn good match, man. Tag team wrestling the way it should be. Competitive with two teams who we know can go. Hardys end up winning. And that was a great opening match, man. The crowd was fucking into it. They were chanting delete. They were chanting obsolete. They were all over the Hardys. It was great to see Orlando welcome them, and they made it fucking fun. And it was just great to see, man. Jeff hit the twist of fate on Gallows, then tagged Matt. He hit the twist of fate on, I guess on Gallows as well. And then Jeff hit a Swanton bomb, and it was over. So 1, 2, 3. It was a double twist of fate there on Gallows, and then Jeff finished it off with a Swanton bomb. Typical Jeff Hardy. 1, 2, 3. Hardys retain the Raw Tag Team Championships. And in fact, they are on Raw Talk tonight, which I will probably watch after I'm done this because I want to see how they interact with Jerry the King Lawler and Renee Young after Monday Night Raw. We had Rollins and Jericho versus Joe and Owens announced for later in the show. Obviously, that was drastically changed. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Neville comes out and said the fans might not like him, but has to respect him. He said that he will have a celebration on 205 Live. Mustafa Ali came out, and they went right into a match. And let me tell you something about Mustafa Ali, man. Not many people know Mustafa Ali. Many people might not associate, something of excitement with Mustafa Ali. They might think this guy's just another face that nobody knows of on 205 Live. You better start paying attention to this guy. You guys got to start paying attention to Mustafa Ali, man. The guy can fucking go in the ring with the best of them on 205 Live and in that cruiserweight division, man. The guy is simply flawless in everything he does, and it's fucking beautiful to watch, man. He did a springboard Spanish fly tonight that was the fucking picture-perfect fucking move I've ever seen. Beautiful, probably the best Spanish fly I think I've ever seen, man. And Neville is a great fucking heel. You gotta give it to him. The crowd was fucking throwing a beach ball up. They were fucking chanting for the beach ball in Orlando. In the crowd on Monday Night Raw. He kept a straight face. You guys can see that, Neville was just clearly agitated by the fucking antics of the crowd. They were owning the show. They were owning the match, and they didn't really give a shit what was going on in the ring. But Neville took control of the crowd again when he went to the top. He was going to do the red arrow, and he said, you know what? Fuck you guys. You don't deserve it. You're not paying me any attention. You're playing with the fucking beach ball. I'm going to end this match the way I want. Instead of doing the red arrow, he jumps off the top, and he puts on the rings of Saturn, makes Mustafa Ali tap. 1, 2, 3, over. So Neville beats Mustafa Ali on Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon was pulled up in a limo. He came into the arena, and this was at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. If you guys know, when Vince McMahon's there, it's a big deal. He hasn't been on Monday Night Raw in quite some time, so I'm like, business is about to pick up. And Vince McMahon made 2 big announcements tonight. Number 1, Kurt Angle is the new Raw GM, and it's fantastic. The only man that could get a "you chant suck." The only man that talented to get a "you suck" chant. I still don't understand what the pleasure is of the fans to chant "you suck" at this man, but it's catchy and they're having fun, and he seems to fucking love it, man. It just goes with his theme, I guess. I don't know. But Vince McMahon also made mention that there will be a roster shakeup, not a draft. It's not going to be a full-blown draft, but things are going to be switching around. Names and faces are going to be switching brands, and that's going to happen next week. So it's going to be a big show next week. Very, very newsworthy. So I'll be all over that and news and rumors this week. If anybody's switching brands, I will have the news right away for you on the channel. He also mentioned that he was heartbroken that his daughter Stephanie went through a table at WrestleMania 33 in the Rollins Triple H match. And he mentioned that Stephanie McMahon's going to be out for a little bit. Crowd did yes chants. Crowd was fucking going crazy that Stephanie's not going to be on Monday Night Raw. Stephanie's hurt. Crowd went crazy. My daughter is out with an injury. Crowd went crazy. They loved Stephanie's demise, man. And, Vince McMahon was just clearly playing up the fact that his daughter's not liked. And the crowd was just cheering everything that he said about Stephanie going through a table. It was fantastic, man. They were insensitive. They were cruel. Everything that Vince McMahon said about the fans, it got a cheer. So he could have said, you guys are a bunch of fucking assholes. They would have fucking cheered. It was great. But probably the most hilarious thing out of this entire segment was the fact that when Vince McMahon said there was going to be a new GM, and he said that, the new Raw GM was just inducted into the Hall of Fame on Saturday night or Friday night. And people knew who it was. People knew it was going to be Kurt Angle, but all of a sudden Teddy Long's music hit and he starts dancing. He starts dancing in the aisleway, and then Vince McMahon's like, Teddy, stop dancing. And then he's like, you're not the Raw GM, bro. You're not the Raw GM. And then, the crowd cheered because they want to see Kurt Angle. And then Teddy's like, so I'm not the Raw GM. And then he did his holla, holla, holla. His music hit. He danced away to the back. And then Vince McMahon introduced the new Raw GM. Nobody came out. The new general manager of Monday Night Raw. Nobody came out. The new general manager of Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle, and everybody went fucking crazy. Kurt Angle went out, and all he said was that he was happy to be back on Monday Night Raw. It's true. It's damn true. Kurt Angle looks great. Happy to have him back on Monday Night Raw. This was to be expected. This is not really groundbreaking news, but it's nice to get confirmation. Angle is going to replace Stephanie McMahon right now in the interim as the one who's controlling Monday Night Raw per storylines until she gets back. Then they'll, I hope there isn't too much dissension. I hate Stephanie's character and the way she's portrayed on Monday Night Raw. I like the dynamic between Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon on SmackDown. I think Monday Night Raw needs to go in that direction. Way too many times do we see on Monday Night Raw where there's a fucking heel GM and a babyface commissioner, or, the authority figures are feuding with somebody else who's in control, and then there's a fucking power struggle. I'm tired of all that, man. I'm tired of the bickering and the back and forth. I like the dynamic that Bryan and McMahon have because they are all about running the show properly and getting the opportunities to those who need them. While Stephanie McMahon's all about her agenda, if Mick Foley didn't do something that she wanted, she would reverse it and this and that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Hopefully that doesn't lead to the same way with Kurt Angle, but that remains to be seen. Kurt Angle is the new Raw GM of Monday Night Raw, and it's fucking fantastic. Great to see him back. The New Day walk out to the ring. They talked about WrestleMania 33, issued an open challenge to anybody on Monday Night Raw, and at this point, I was stoked, I was thrilled, I was excited because out walked my favorite tag team in all of WWE, Dash and Dawson. You got the Revival, who come out, and they are the newest signees to Monday Night Raw. I'm a little bit indifferent on this one, guys. I got to be honest with you. I am fucking excited to see the Revival get their shot. I just don't trust Monday Night Raw with a team like the Revival. They are too good for what Monday Night Raw has done as far as tag team wrestling. Now, if the Revival is going to come and bring a sense of seriousness to the tag team division, where McMahon and everybody else in charge is going to start pushing tag teams and get on board with the tag team initiative, then I am all for it. But if you're going to bring the Revival in and you're going to have them teaming with fucking Golden Truth against Titus's catering squad, I don't want to see it, man. They don't belong in that type of situation. They don't need it. If this is going to bring a seriousness to the tag team division, fine. I'm all for it. But the New Day needed something to do. This was a perfect role for the New Day. They came out after hosting WrestleMania. Time to get back in the saddle and do what we do best. That's tag team wrestling. Open challenge. Out comes the Revival. Dash and Dawson actually win their opening match, their debut match on Monday Night Raw. They beat the former World Tag Team Champions. And after the match, they beat down the Revival by taking out Kofi Kingston. They took out his ankle and proclaimed that, listen, this isn't a normal tag team you're dealing with here, man. This is Dash and Dawson, and we're going to fucking take names and break bones, and we're just going to fucking run right through this tag team division until we show everybody why we're the best, man. That's what they did in NXT, and I hope that WWE does the same with them on Monday Night Raw. I was also, and I don't want to bring a damper to the Revival's debut because, like I said, it's great seeing them, but I have legitimate concerns, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. If it brings a sense of seriousness, great. I don't want them to stray from that. The Revival's not a comedy team, bro. These guys are fucking serious, and they've been built on this platform that they've come from nothing, and they made themselves into the best tag team possibly in the world. But you gotta understand, too, where I wouldn't say frustration, I would say my worrisome attitude comes from is, Monday Night Raw seems to be stocking up on fucking talent. I believe the Revival is more of a SmackDown team than a Raw team. You had Balor come back tonight, which we'll talk about. He teamed with Seth Rollins. And the Revival came back. Lesnar is your new world champion, your new Universal champion. The Hardys came back at WrestleMania. They're on Monday Night Raw. So I understand that Monday Night Raw's tag team division was in desperate need of a shot of fucking Red Bull. I understand that. But to take a team like the Revival and then Matt and Jeff Hardy and then have Finn Balor return. I mean, it looks like Monday Night Raw is overloaded on fucking talent, which I'm going to turn this into another thing. You know, if they're overloaded on this type of talent, there is no way that they cannot produce shows like this every single fucking week. And if they don't, they are pathetic, and we have every right to cut them down every Monday night. There's no way you're going to have that tag team division on Monday Night Raw now and not book good fucking television and a division that's worth something. Look at that division now after WrestleMania. All it took was 2 nights. You got the Hardys and you got the Revival now on top of the New Day, Enzo and Cass, the Club, Sheamus and Cesaro. That's a quality fucking division right there, bro. That's a quality division. If you can't give me good tag team wrestling and good storylines and a competitive division with that, you're clearly doing something wrong and you shouldn't be on this show. So, you guys see where my concern's coming from. It's like Monday Night Raw intentionally takes the best fucking talent and puts them on Monday Night Raw. They're overloaded with fucking talent. There's no excuse. We said this after the draft. Before they booked Balor and Rollins at SummerSlam, before Balor got hurt. There's no excuse why this show cannot be like this every single week. No excuse. Especially with that kind of tag team division, man. Revival's on Raw. Good on them. They deserve it. I expected them to be called up. Can't wait to see what they do. And I hope they show everybody why they are the best tag team, not only in the WWE, but possibly in this industry. Kurt Angle is in the back with Enzo and Big Cass. They cut their shtick. They did their catchphrases and all that other shit. They introduced themselves to Kurt Angle. He brought up his weekend. Enzo asked him how he was doing. He brought up his weekend. He says he's doing good. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame on Friday. Enzo said that he is a G and has gold around his neck. And then we got Big Cass saying, yeah, Enzo's got, the gold around his neck, but Kurt, we don't got the gold around our waist. They want to know why the Hardy Boys are back. They want to know why the Hardy Boys are champions. They want to know what is going to be done about them getting tag team gold. Angle booked them in a match tonight against Sheamus and Cesaro. The winners of that match would be the number 1 contenders for the Hardys. And like I said, tag team wrestling, man. Tag team wrestling. They're going forward with nice, simple storylines, something that progresses week to week with competitive wrestling behind it. That is all I ask, bro. That is all I ask. Tag team wrestling, especially with the teams they got in this company, should be a huge priority. Hopefully, they continue on with what they did tonight on Monday Night Raw, because I loved it, and it was awesome. 6-woman tag team match, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Botch versus Charlotte, Nia Jax, and the return of Emma. What'd I just tell you? WWE overloading on talent. Emma comes back instantly. You just feel it and you see it. The Revival and the Hardys did it for the tag team division. Emma being there with the women of this division instantly changes the dynamic of the division, man. That's how good Emma is. That's how good Emma is. Emma and Dana Brooke started things off, and these guys have no strangers to one another at all. And Emma said, you know what, fuck this shit. I want Bayley. So they go to commercial. I'm not really invested in it after they go to commercial. I don't know why they got to go to commercial after they just debuted Emma after fucking 200-something days. I don't know why. They should have maintained that and given us, constant action with the women, especially with somebody who's just making her re-debut here, But Nia Jax in this thing, she took complete control over Bayley. Nia Jax was pretty much spotlighted in this match out of any other woman, which was quite surprising. I don't know what that means. But Sasha, Bayley, and Dana Brooke win. Brooke took out Emma, and she did it with a power slam, a drop kick to Nia Jax. Flair had the natural selection on Banks. Banks reversed that and locked in the Banks statement. And Charlotte tapped out on Monday Night Raw. Okay, after the match, we see Nia Jax just shove Charlotte down. and Charlotte standing above all the other women in this match. So I don't know, or Nia Jax rather. I don't know what that means, but I can't say that I'm too interested in it. The interest to me, or the interest that comes from me, is what they're gonna do with Emma, because Emma can drastically change the dynamic of that division, and it's nice to see her back, man. It's very nice to see her back. Sami Zayn and Kurt Angle were talking backstage. Kurt Angle says that Sami Zayn possesses the three eyes, and Jinder Mahal walks in and interrupts Sami Zayn, saying that, Mick Foley had this relationship with the rest of the guys on the roster, and he wants to know if it's possible that he and Angle can have a relationship like Zayn and Foley had. Jinder Mahal walks in, and he complained about Mojo Rawley winning the Battle Royal at WrestleMania 33, which was fucking horrendous, by the way. We'll talk about that tomorrow at 11 a.m. Zayn and Mahal, they start arguing. Kurt Angle books it for tonight. Zayn versus Juicer Mahal, and that was that. This is one of the most interesting parts of the show. We had Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar walk down to the ring. Okay? Heyman was doing what Heyman does best, and that he has a microphone in his hand, and he just starts telling stories, man, and we all listen. Tells a story that Lesnar tells his own kids. Heyman said that a superhero took his spear and a jackhammer into town. His name was Goldberg, and was known as the baddest dude in the village. He said that once Goldberg took everything, the Universal title included, from the village, but when he went through South Suplex City, then the superhero got his ass beat by a beast. Heyman said that the good feel to their story is that we won't be seeing Goldberg around here anymore. Heyman thanked Lesnar. Heyman said that Lesnar is looking for new challenges and new challengers. Heyman pitched Lesnar versus Rollins, Lesnar versus Matt Hardy, Lesnar versus Jeff Hardy, Lesnar versus both Hardys at the same time. He said that Lesnar won't be a champion who is lucky to have it, but Lesnar is a champion who disrupts the status quo. He brought up Roman Reigns and how that they should go one-on-one. And I don't really appreciate... I know. Fuck Roman Reigns, right? I know. Completely. I totally agree with you. I didn't like this at all. I believe that this was corporate initiative by WWE, fed to us through Paul Heyman. I don't like it one bit. They're throwing the idea out at you, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. It's not too early to start cringing, and it's not too early to be drinking your shots of bleach before New Orleans at WrestleMania 34. They're throwing the idea out at you already. Otherwise, they wouldn't have Paul Heyman come out here. Roman Reigns is not the chosen one. Okay? Roman Reigns clearly is not the chosen one. By what was said about him tonight and what the fans hurled at him tonight, clearly he is not the chosen one. Give me a break. Okay? Nobody wants to see Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. It wasn't bad the first time because it felt genuine. Okay? I was worried that they were going to do the unthinkable and have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar when he was not ready. Roman Reigns is not even ready yet. And that was at WrestleMania 31. Now this is just continuing to take the fucking cotton swab and jam it down our fucking throat. Give me a break. Okay? If WWE does not book Samoa Joe versus Lesnar or Braun Strowman versus a Lesnar and have one of those guys take the title off of Lesnar, then you are doing a disservice to this company and to the fans. We need legit fights, okay? When Lesnar was standing there with the Universal Championship and Paul Heyman was running off people, there was a 15,000 person chant of Finn. We want Balor. That's what was going on. Now, I argued with some of you guys on Twitter, Finn Balor is not Daniel Bryan, okay? Finn Balor is not as over as Daniel Bryan. Nobody will be as over as Daniel Bryan, okay? There were ones that came before him, the Rocks and the Austins. Daniel Bryan's popularity is in that type of, upper echelon type superstar. Balor is nowhere near there. Balor's popular. Balor's beloved. He might be a fucking darling on the internet scene, whatever the case may be. But having Balor and Lesnar is not a legitimate fight. It is not believable, okay? We're not in this thing to put a guy who weighs 190 pounds against a guy who can legitimately fucking slay anybody walking this planet. It's not going to happen. It's not something I want to see, okay? I understand that this is professional wrestling, but if you're asking me, JD, what would you rather see? Balor versus Lesnar or Joe versus Lesnar or Strowman versus Lesnar? And I love Balor. Don't get me wrong. But Balor is not in a position to be put in a match with Brock Lesnar. CM Punk was. Daniel Bryan was, but didn't happen because he got hurt. That would have been a David versus Goliath match I would have gladly approved because we all know how it was going to end. Daniel Bryan would have put up one hell of a fucking fight. He would have fucking bled to keep that title, but in the end, he was always going to get destroyed by the Beast. That's something that I would have loved to see. You're not going to put Balor in a match with Lesnar if it's not going to be that type of situation, and Balor is not as popular as Daniel Bryan. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense. There's no story there. You're putting a 180, 90-pound guy in a ring against a legit fighter that can break you in half, who's a former UFC champion, who, if you were to stare eye to eye, you would melt into a puddle of fucking jello. Give me a break. Not something I want to see. Joe and Lesnar is and should be your main event for SummerSlam. The way they did it tonight, they mentioned Roman Reigns. They wanted to fucking ruin a feel-good moment. They wanted to ruin this segment by mentioning, you know what? You may be getting something else now, but keep it in the back of your mind. You know, they planted that seed tonight through Paul Heyman. McMahon and Dunn. Roman Reigns! You know, WrestleMania is only 365 days away, where it's not too early to enjoy some wood. You know? That's what they did tonight. They planted a seed for New Orleans. They took the corporate political initiative, and instead of Roman Reigns coming out and doing it and getting booed out of the fucking building and having an NWO moment on Monday Night Raw, right? They had Paul Heyman do it because people rather hear it from Paul Heyman's mouth than Roman Reigns' mouth. It's easier to digest if Paul Heyman is telling it to you instead of Roman Reigns. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to see it. I think Joe Lesnar or Strowman Lesnar is the way to go, and that's exactly what we got tonight. Fans started chanting for Finn Balor. We want Balor. Heyman said that Reigns isn't the big dog and Lesnar is animal cruelty. Gold. That line was gold. Heyman wants to deliver something special tonight. Braun Strowman comes out. His music hits on the PA system. And he walked out and he had a stare down with Lesnar that got me fucking pumped. And I'm sure it did the same thing to you guys. The stare down with Lesnar was fucking great. And this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people want Balor. You know, they want that underdog story, but there is no story to be built there. Okay? You got to go with the legitimate route. Because Strowman, as he stared down Lesnar, got everybody fucking pumped that they wanted to see this match happen right now. I was ready to see a new world champion crowned on Monday Night Raw. And I got to give a shout out to Justin LaBar, who called this fucking months ago. Way before WrestleMania was even planned. Shout out to him. He called it. He went as far as to predict Braun Strowman was going to win the title on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania after Lesnar had won it from Goldberg. We almost got there. But a seed was planted. Lesnar wants challenges. He wants challengers. Strowman is certainly a challenge. I don't know what they're going to do, but they took a great moment. And again, WWE, I don't know. I mean, they got lightning in a bottle. Instead of acting on instinct when it should be acted on, they backtrack and they don't go through with it as if they get cold feet. Strowman backed away from Brock Lesnar. Now, I know a lot of people were unhappy about that. I would have had it happen tonight. I honestly would have I would have had it happen in that moment. Or something. A brawl, a fight on the outside, a teaser, something. They should have gave us a taste. They did not. They had Strowman back away. Strowman can't be backing away. Okay? He got pinned by Roman Reigns clean at Fastlane. He was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and he lost. He got eliminated 5 minutes in. He backed away from The Undertaker on Raw after Fastlane. But how are you going to build him up if you continuously have him back away? You know? It takes Strowman so easily to get up in Lesnar's face, but when he's challenging for the Universal Championship and telling Lesnar, I'm going to have my eye on you, you may have your eye on Roman Reigns, but when you're finished with Roman Reigns, I have my eye on you. I mean, give me a fucking break. Something should have happened. Strowman does not look good backing away. Okay? Now, the only thing I can come up with feasibly here is clearly they, WWE, think this is a big money-making match. They don't want to give away anything right now. It's fine. But you're in Orlando. You're on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania. You got to give us something, man. You got to give us something. You can't leave the crowd hanging like that. It's like you gave the crowd blue balls tonight. You know, they started chanting bullshit, which it was bullshit. You're not making Strowman look good. Strowman needs to confront. Strowman needs to fucking kick ass and then walk away. Something. You know, this isn't Roman Reigns. Okay? I need a fight between Lesnar and Strowman tonight, and we didn't get it. Great segment. Great segment. But we didn't get what we wanted, and I think the WWE dropped the ball on that. I really did. Don't know why they did it. I understand their mentality that it's a big fight situation and they want to save it, but something should have happened tonight. Jericho was being interviewed about the tag team match tonight. He and Rollins versus Joe and Owens. He got attacked by Owens. Owens disrupted the interview. They brawled in the back by catering. Titus O'Neil was not happy. I believe Titus O'Neil accidentally burnt his pumpkin pie tonight. He was not too pleased with the situation tonight. Blamed it on Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Samoa Joe then ended up helping Kevin Owens put Jericho through a table, and he was taken out completely of this tag team match. Kurt Angle then came out and said that, Rollins, listen, bro, you know, Jericho is in no capability to fight tonight. But the thing is here, you know, I want to make mention of this, and I don't mean to pick on the show, because it was a good show, a great show, and everybody enjoyed it. But you got to understand where I'm coming from. These are the things that I see. Okay? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. WWE officials, WWE doctors, did not clear Rollins, per storyline, for WrestleMania, right? It was a non-sanctioned match. Triple H had him sign it. If anything happens to you, you're not going to sue the company. You're not suing me, my wife, my family, nothing. The WWE doctors and the WWE medical staff did not clear Rollins for WrestleMania. But they cleared him for Monday Night Raw. I guess WWE doesn't want us to backtrack a mere 2 weeks and recall what Triple H said. I mean, how was he cleared for tonight but wasn't cleared for Monday Night Raw? I don't get that. It's just those little loopholes. Come on, man. You gotta pay better attention to that. How do you let that fly? But this is what I'm here for. Don't worry. I got you guys covered. You can ask yourself that same question too. Well, JD's got a fucking point. JD's got a point. I know I do. That's why I'm here. Enzo and Cass versus Sheamus and Cesaro. It looks like Enzo and Cass might be joining fucking Titus O'Neil in catering. Either that or they're going to be the new fucking spokesman for KFC. They may be able to steal KFC's recipe. They may be able to steal the Colonel's recipe for Titus O'Neil, man. I'm hearing Titus wants that recipe so badly so that he could take his chicken to the next level. I don't know. It looks like Enzo and Cass keep losing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. We thought their WrestleMania moment was going to be with the Tag Team Championships. That didn't happen. That went to Matt and Jeff Hardy. I thought they were going to win this match. That went to Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus and Cesaro win, and Cesaro and Amore got tagged in. Cesaro hit his finisher, which I like, that new European uppercut finisher he does instead of the neutralizer. Much more impactful. Cesaro got that European uppercut on Enzo for the win. Sheamus and Cesaro win. They were all about the crowd. They were playing up to the crowd. Crowd loved it. And Matt made mention of this on Twitter months ago, man, that he would come to Monday Night Raw and delete Sheamus and Cesaro. Looks like we're getting the match, man. Sheamus and Cesaro, number one contenders for the Hardys Raw Tag Team Championship. Sami Zayn versus Jinder Mahal, Juicer Mahal, Steroid Mahal. Maybe, I don't know. What I think the Angels won, right? We had Mike Trout hit like 4 home runs today. Huh? Maybe Mike Trout's fucking taking the Juicer Mahal method. I don't fucking know what's going on. But regardless of that, and fuck the Braves. I know they're going to be in dead last again, as always. Got their ass kicked today by the Mets. I don't care. I'm here, and I'm all about WWE right now. Sami Zayn beat Juicer Mahal with the haluva kick. I had a brain fart for a second, man. I'm fucking exhausted. The haluva kick. He got the haluva kick on Jinder Mahal. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn won. I love Sami Zayn on Raw after Mania. Crowd singing along to his theme. Crowd just having a good time with Sami Zayn coming out. The energy is there. Fucking awesome. And finally, guys, in the main event, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Finn Balor was named as the special tag team partner for Seth Rollins tonight, which, again, doesn't make any fucking sense, but the way Balor was playing off Rollins and just staring a fucking hole right through him, he knows what Rollins did to him, but he wanted to come back and make his debut or re-debut on Monday Night Raw against Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Really uneventful tag team match. I mean, I felt underwhelmed with this. It's 4 guys that I thoroughly enjoy looking at and watching work in the ring. But it just felt underwhelming, man. This had the makings of something really epic happening, and nothing happened in this match. I even joked around, this is the perfect opportunity for Finn Balor to turn heel, turn on Rollins, cost his team the match, join Joe, join Owens, give me Evolution, have Triple H come out and stand above Seth Rollins with his newly formed stable. That would have been fantastic. That would have been a great way to go off the air on this Raw after Mania. But WWE didn't do that. All we got was Finn Balor hitting the coup de grace on Kevin Owens, 1, 2, 3. And at the end of the match, we had Finn Balor really staring at Seth Rollins as to say, you know what, I remember what you did to me, motherfucker. I'm here for now helping you, but later on, it's going to be me and you. I'm going to get my revenge. And Seth Rollins seen it, and he raised his hand, and Finn Balor played up to the crowd doing his entrance with his theme. It was awesome. I'm glad he's back. He adds just a whole new level to the main event scene, man. I mean, Monday Night Raw, their roster is fucking stacked. Like I said, if they can't put on good shows with that roster, man, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're doing everything wrong. Monday Night Raw was a great fucking show tonight. There was a little bit of illogic in tonight's show. Not too much. Clearly, this was the best show of the year. This was probably the best Monday Night Raw in the last couple of years, to be perfectly honest with you. Everything they did tonight, they did it right, and they got you excited about something. It moved everything along. There's new stories developing. Balor's back. The Revival debuted. The Hardys are on Monday Night Raw. They generate more excitement to the brand. The tag team division looks fantastic. Emma's back with the women's division. Now it's SmackDown's turn. Will we see the King of Strong Style on Tuesday nights? Will we see Ty Dillinger on SmackDown? Will we see the Drifter I'm hearing on SmackDown? Gonna be interesting to see. We got one more night in Orlando at the Amway Center. SmackDown Live. Hopefully they can hit a fucking home run like Monday Night Raw did tonight. It was a fun show. It was a great show. But I'm gonna say it once and I'm gonna say it again, man. I don't wanna fucking bring a frown to anybody's face. You guys gotta come down off cloud 9 and, settle back into reality here. Just like me, coming out of the 90 degree heat with a fucking palm tree outside my condo and a cold beverage in my hand at any moment I want. I got to come back down to reality. I flew back to New York and it's fucking 50 degrees here and I need a fucking hoodie when I was down there and I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Come back to reality. Come down from cloud 9. Monday Night Raw was great. Orlando was great. I'm back in New York. You're going to get the typical Monday Night Raw that we always get each and every week. But tonight, it was fun. Tonight, we enjoyed it. Great fucking show. WWE, with the talent they got, they can book this show every single week. I just don't understand why they don't put as much effort week in and week out to this show like they did tonight. Monday Night Raw after Mania, it could be every week. Not going to be that good every week. I don't expect it to, but Generate some fucking excitement, man. Get people excited about the brand. Tonight you did it. Tonight you did a great job. Hopefully, on certain aspects of this show, they can continue moving the tag team and the women's divisions along and generating interest. And I hope Matt Hardy goes broken. Please. That's all I ask. Just give me broken Matt on Monday Night Raw. I'd love to see it. We'll see what happens. SmackDown Live tomorrow at the Amway Center in Orlando. Thank you guys so much, man. I am JD. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the Raw review. Let me know what you guys think about Monday Night Raw tonight, and I'll be back on Tuesday much more refreshed and ready to go, man, because I'm exhausted. WrestleMania kicked my ass, and look forward to that video. 11 a.m., WrestleMania 32, the 48 hours after WrestleMania, what I thought. I watched it again. I sat down and watched most of the show. We're going to go over it. That's 11 a.m. My vlogs from WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania Access 2017, Ryback refusing a fucking picture, refusing my cash, fucking cutting a promo on Joe Cronin's show. It's live on the channel right now. WrestleCon 2017, Ryback chewing us out live at WrestleCon. That's live on the channel right now. Go and check that out along with NXT review and WrestleMania. Quick thoughts on the show right after it went off the air on Sunday night. All that plus so much more to come, man. Thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206, and hit that subscribe button, man. Close to 80,000 subscribers. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all for SmackDown Live. I'll talk to you later.